What's up, people? It's me, Andre. Welcome back to another video. I literally just finished off the other one. It's been 3 or 4 days since I last touched the car. It's been because, well, first of all, I fucked my hand working on it. It wasn't too bad, but like it hurt like a bitch. And then literally same day I sprained my ankle because I'm a fat fuck. But it happens. Mama didn't raise no bitch though, so it still hurts. I'm working on this fucking car. I got my injector clips in from Audi. I'm gonna put them in and put the intake manifold back in so we can be done with that intake manifold and see where we go from there. Okay, so I've gotten one of the injector clips on the injector. So that's the old one and that's the new one from Audi. So the Audi one is much taller, and this indent right there, that's what holds the fuel rail on. Meanwhile, on the E46 ones, that slit right there, that one slit right on the fuel rail. So these are going to be held on differently, but they should be doing the same job nonetheless. Yeah, so you literally just take the clip and press it on. There you go. And now it's held onto the rail. So as you can see, that little tab right there, that presses up against the rail, so it kind of stops the injector from going up. So the fuel rail's bolted down and the injector won't go up, so it won't come out of these slots. So I guess it works. To be honest, I kind of like the BMW design more because it stops the injector from going up or down. But I mean, if it holds the injector in just fine, then that's all it needs to do. So what we've managed to do so far is I fully installed the intake manifold. So it's all done, everything is buttoned up, all the bolts are in. I installed the fuel injector harness. So the added length from the harness adapters actually made that so much easier. But because of the added length, putting it back down so it reaches the oil temperature plug is kind of tricky. Now this whole engine bay looks like a fucking mess, and it is. However, this makes it look prettier. This is the map conversion from the Hopwood kit. Now what I think is it plugs right into the MAF plug. I have double checked with Alex from Hopwood because you know I'm not a smart man. So this bracket bolts into the disvalve plug into the intake manifold, but the map sensor itself has to plug into this. So I'm gonna have to double check what hardware I need on that. What I did last time that I fucked my hand was I took some of the AC lines off. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna drop the front bumper and start taking the condenser off and start prepping the intercooler and see how it looks, see how I should mount it and everything. And then after that, we should be able to get rid of the whole AC unit. That should give us a lot more space because the turbo is going to be right here. And the thing is, I don't want to deal with those headers until I get room. So getting rid of this pipe and that compressor should be really great in terms of getting me room for those headers, because I absolutely dread taking those off. So we're under the car now, and as you can see, my bumper is a bit cracked. You're supposed to take this bolt off, which I will do because it might be caught onto here or something. I don't think it is, but just in case. Also, there should be T50 bolts around here somewhere. I think that might be it, but I'm not too sure. All the tutorials that I saw were very different, because between the coupe and the sedan, they do come apart differently. But then there's also a difference between the M-Tech 2, which I have, and the standard SE bumper. Yeah, and there should be, I mean, there's these bolts inside the wheel well. There's another one right there behind. But I read that you only have to take out the first one and it should be fine for the bumper. Man, it's been like 2 years and I still fucking love these wheels though. So I finally got that bolt out. These should be 8mm. My 8mm sockets were too big for these. My 7mm didn't fit. I even tried hammering them on. So I had to call my old friend the Dremel, and I made it flathead compatible, you know? Works just fine. It works just fine. I highly doubt this is structural to the bumper anyways. All right, so hear me out. It's been a while. So right now it's the 22nd of October, and the last clip you saw of this car was in the end of July. A lot has happened since. Life got in the way, and what can I say? Your boy had surgery, other shit happened. It was planned all along, but still. I believe last time you saw it, I was getting ready to jack it up, take the bumper off, and do shit like that. Well, it already fucking happened. Alright, so what I did to this car in the meantime, because I did some off-camera work. It wasn't much, but it was honest work. So the AC is completely off, because as you can see over there, the bracket and the... what the fuck do you call it? Whatever. AC condensed pump... compressor. AC fucking compressor. So the AC compressor and the bracket is off. The radiator itself is literally just the radiator. The condenser itself is out. As you can see right here, I have a whole slew of parts. It's like a header swap on the Miata on that bitch over there. So I have some Miata parts laying around as well. Battery, that bitch would barely start, but whatever, moving very swiftly on. Other than that, I have removed the dryer, which is in this wheel well, kind of. I'm not sure if it's a dryer, but like whatever that bitch was, because intercooler piping is gonna run through there. I'm also gonna have to remove the brake ducts, which I'm not very happy about, because I would like to take this car on the track. And as the brakes are, they've done great on the track, but I'm not sure about turbo power and less brake cooling. Anyway, so I have mounted the intercooler as well. This is the bracket that Alex Hopwood sells. I have bought this separate. He does such great business that he didn't want me to sell this bracket because it was so easy to make, and I tried my fucking hardest, but I just couldn't find the material. So I just I ended up buying it off of him anyways. Now, this may have been just me. I have just been a dumbass, maybe, but I did have to trim a bit over there. So it's that bracket over there. I had to cut that because it was hitting the intercooler. I am thinking that it's not gonna be a problem long term. It's not gonna like pierce the intercooler or whatever. It is moving around a little bit because, well, from the top it's mounted, but like the bottom is moving a little bit, if you can see, but it's kind of hard to move. Now, that's not gonna be that big of a problem from what I can tell, because the intercooler is probably gonna be on. It's gonna be a bit more secure anyways. At least it's not falling off. So with the AC completely removed, the only reason I removed the AC this early on, because you have to remove it anyways with this turbo kit. The main reason I deleted it this early on is this. These sons of bitches. So these headers are a fucking pain in the ass to remove. Apparently you either have to remove the motor mount or some shit like that, or get to them from underneath. So what I ended up doing is I ended up taking this one off with the 11 mil 1/4 inch ratchet. It works just fine. However, the nuts don't come off of the stud, and the stud comes off the engine like clean like that. So I did end up buying all new hardware from BMW themselves. And these are the better studs that have like a stop to them. So these are the Revive studs. So you can see like that little bit over there. That's how much they're supposed to thread into the block. And they have like a male Torx on the end. So you can use one of those E-sockets, reverse Torx, to just thread them into the block easier than using like double nut method or whatever. Now I have only like gotten this one loose. Yeah, as you can see, this one is moving. The other one I haven't even tried yet because of like the space constraints. I am curious if I can get it off using only the 1/4 inch ratchet, the 11 mil socket from here, instead of going all the way from the bottom of the car. So I will have to take the exhaust off again, but I'm not sure if I can just remove these headers without it at first, because it's a big heavy piece, and I did it when I changed the transmission, and that still fucking stuck with me. Like that's a piece of shit. Luckily I won't have to use it again. But if I have to take the exhaust off, that means I have to lift the rear end of the car up as well, which is only lifted by the front at the moment. So I should be easy, but yeah, as you can see, this car looks fucking abandoned now. It's kind of sad. I have arachnophobia. This doesn't fucking help. It's covered in like spider web. He lied. Because I have personally never done this kind of stuff before, I don't even know where to start, man. Like, okay, I've taken that off because I was curious. I gotta take that off. After that, what the fuck do I do? Like, you get what I mean? Like, I've done a lot of shit to this car, like subframes off, the rear one off. I've fucking crashed it, which is not that fucking hard to see. But yeah, I feel overwhelmed, and that's one of the reasons why I took so much time off of this project, other than like healing from the surgery, which which by the way wasn't anything really bad. So the main thing that happened was I had gallstones. My gallbladder was fucking like done for, and I had to remove it. I have been having pain for like a year and a half at this point. It doesn't fucking matter now. It's gone. I'm so thankful. It feels great. So it's time for that bitch, and I'm not ready. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing now, I think, is I'm gonna be having a look at removing those brake ducts, because I want to get something easy done first, so I get a bit of motivation, and then I'm gonna try and tackle that header. All right, so I have chosen my weapon. It's this 1/4 inch with like a medium size extension. I swear it's above average. It probably has a great personality, okay? And 11 mil socket. Chances are I'm gonna have to use the wiggle thingy, the worm looking thing again. Yeah, so let's fucking start. So there's 8 bolts on it. Every side has like 2 verticals, and then like the middles have like 2 horizontally opposed, whatever. I don't know. It looks easy enough. Let's just fucking go. And oh, they just slipped. Okay, I didn't miss this. Kitty, that's my boy. Oh yeah, look at him coming. He's skinny. He's not like his dad. All right, so for some reason that wasn't working. So I grabbed an extension with an even better personality. I think I'm on something. I'm giving you the best POV I can. Like, this is what I'm fucking seeing. See, this is why I fucking hate working on BMW sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong. The E46 is like the easiest fucking car to work on. Engine-wise, it's just everything is really crammed and a fucking like rat's nest. I mean, it's fine compared to newer BMW engines, which I'm happy I don't have. Except I wanna like replace that with a fucking 2022 manual Supra. I mean, well, that's like that's for a different day. Right now, let's just get it. Let's get this bitch running. All of that work just for this fucking bitch. Like, it was unbelievably hard to get it out. Yeah, you can see it's fucking crusty. Like, I'm not surprised it barely came out. Those are all the old ones. That one actually looked okay. I'm not sure which hole it came from, but it still came out as a whole thing. This was my weapon of choice after all. It was the shorty extension with the deep 11 mil socket. It ended up working fine because that one was just too long, and the socket itself wasn't deep enough to cover the stud, because apparently some of them are like different heights. Even though this one was shorter stud, it was still hitting, as you can see right there. But yeah, whatever. This one works. I still have like 7 more to go, and like the most challenging ones are like all the way in the back. Hopefully I don't have to get them from underneath, but we'll see. Long time no see. I'm surprised my no gas kit has been fine this whole time. Now hear me out, because I have a BMW, I am automatically poor, especially on E46. So when I did the transmission swap, I knew I was gonna take this off in a couple of months anyways, so I didn't even bother with a gasket. And this worked fine. Like, there were no fucking leaks. It's incredible. It's just some like liquid moly exhaust shit. Anyways, let's take it off. All right, so because it was all new hardware, it did come off okay. I'm not sure if that blue over there is because of the exhaust was hot, or it's just the coating of the bolts. This boy right here is keeping me company, right, baby? Right. All right, so now that that's done, can you spot a difference? I sure so fucking can. So let me try and get that bitch out, because I'm not sure how easily it's gonna come out. The O2 sensor is unplugged, so it should be okay. I mean, you gotta appreciate BMW's ingenuity, because like they fucking did a gasket and a heat shield all in one, because they knew they wouldn't have space. These headers are still like bolted to the fucking engine, so that means I gotta take the metal skid plate off. Let's get to work, boys. It's hard. It's hard. Oh, there's water. Oh, it's pissing all over me. Oh my god. I hate this shit. Yeah, so there were 2 bolts, but your boy's Hulk, so I think we all good. I think I unavoidably have to lift the engine from this engine mount. I'll try my best. I'll do it, bro. You know what? Mama didn't raise no bitch, okay? Yeah, so if you just move the manifold out of the way, I got a little light in here. You can see the nut that I'm trying to reach. Okay, so you can kind of see the nut that I'm trying to take off. And it also works as a guide for me. So the weird thing is they're all 11 mils. Like, I have never used an 11 mil until I started working on this car. Oops, sorry I hit the camera, but you know what? I hit you in the head. It's fine. You're a big boy or girl. Grow up. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you. Don't tell your mom. Bro, this shit's difficult. Oh my god. All right. Your boy is gonna use his head. I got myself a stool here because the car is jacked up. So I use my head. I'm on a stool and I'm gonna fucking trip, fall, and bang my head on the engine. And that's it. I'm gonna die. And someone else gonna have to do this. Alright, you fuckers. I got me a Big Bertha. So that's probably gonna snap the 1/4-inch wrench, but Big Bertha always comes in clutch. Oh, look at that. 7-minute clip. So 7 minutes and 8 seconds when I got it out. All right, so I'm defeated. It looks like I have to take the engine mount off, and I have started doing that. I've taken off the nut off of the subframe. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift the engine, put a piece of wood under the engine, drop it on the wood, and then take the whole motor mount off. And hopefully that should be, I don't know, give me space to remove the manifolds and also remove the nuts. All right, so when I stopped recording, you mean shit got real. And shit got real, bro. I got this one out, finally. I got my motor mount out. I got a lot of space, and I think I can get to those nuts from the bottom now. Yes, my steering shaft is still in the way. All right, so the car is back on the ground, as you can see, and I forgot how fucking nice it looks, man. Like, this car is just pure sex appeal. I have lowered it because it's easier to access those bolts from the top. Because like everyone says, you should access them from the top, and like that's what you can do. And I have tried it so far, and it works. Just a pain in the ass, and I wish I had like an electric ratchet. I'm gonna crack on. Should be done, I don't know, sometime soon. It shouldn't take too long, right? I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but it shouldn't take too long. It's fucking night. And the header's still on. It has 2 more nuts on it, bro.